I get admitted in Jamu High School.
Next door.
Next door. I was like, okay, this is interesting. And I remember the first time I went to Jamu High School. I remember this guy who was like a Hulk. He was so big, he was so muscular. And I saw him behind the classes. He literally, we were rearing, the school was rearing some poultry. The guy pulled out chicken through the wire mesh. I saw him. He pulled the chicken and he put it in his bag and closed his bag when it was still alive.
You're like, where is this?
Which school is this that I've come to?
I take it from where you are coming from, it was a downgrade.
Hey. I was like, God, this place, I can't survive. So I went home. I told my folks, by the way, I don't think I can survive in Jamhuri High School. They are crazy people in Jamhuri High School. They are huge. They are rough.
That's funny.
Hey, I remember, we used to watch movies in the hall.
Yes. It was a day school.
It was a day school.
Yeah.
So it had a big TV. It was put in front of the hall for us now to start watching. And in split of a second, the TV was gone.
Guys are harsh. They had remembered the TV.
The TV is gone. We looked for it the entire school. It was gone.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were crazy people in that school. And for me, Jamu, I in Form 1, I later fell in love with it. Because I was such a nice guy, calm guy who's got into this school that is so rough. And it really, it was not about academics. It was about
life.
It was about life, socializing. So I remember, like, when I joined drama club, I used to enjoy drama. And we've practiced the whole season. It's time to go for drama fest. So we enter the bus, and then one of the seniors enters, and he's like, he stands in the middle of the bus inside. And he's like, is there anyone here who cannot speak to a lady? If you can't speak to a girl, you get off the bus. I'd never spoken to any girl.
Not even the one in 77
Not even
that messed up your
never.
emotions.
I never had a girlfriend, nothing. I was like, it's time for me to go. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. I will not raise my hand. I stayed inside. My friend, when you go to the drama fest and people are leaving and saying, now it's time to conquer. My friend. And the seniors are watching. They're especially watching us from one.
Yes.
Ah, man, I remember I found myself in front of St. George's Girls. The only thing I did was to smile. I did not know what I was doing. Thank God, I was met with another smile.
It worked.
So I was like, we are talking now.
Yes.
So, but Jamu taught me, to be social, to speak to anyone, that you can be thrown anywhere and you've got to speak to people who are strangers, which later on has become such an important skill set in my life.
Yep.
I mean, I've gone to so many countries to talk to investors.
Yep.
I remember we went to Luxembourg, and when we landed there, we just got aware that there was a huge investor conference going on, and they had no representation from Africa. And I remember working really hard to get admitted. It was literally the following day, so we were too late. And I went to the office and I was like, I'm here, I'm from Africa, can I at least show up for Africa? And they're like, we'll make an exception for you. They even paid for me.
Yeah.
And then I enter there, I mean, it's a sea of white people. And you have these name tags on everyone. And you'd see a name tag, and you're like, hey, that's a very huge fan. And you're like, you know, you've got to stop this guy. You've got to start a rapport with them, strike a rapport with them. You've never met them.
Engage immediately.
That was because I went through a school called Jamu.
Beautiful. And also to mention, in Jamu, again, different social class. Of course, a lot more Africans, or predominantly Africans.
We still had a lot of Asians.
Oh, you still
because
did,
of it.
Because of the area.
Yeah, because of the area.
Yes.
We even had, Warriors, Somalis.
Yes.
Again, nice mix.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay, tell me a little bit more about Jamu in terms of how it formed you, academics. Because it's 4 years, and I know high school. Are there some lifelong friendships that you made there?
Yeah. So Jamu, I have two faces in Jamu. When I joined Form 1, something called adolescence was just hit me full blown. And it was a school that used to thrive beyond Monday to Friday, So I was introduced to jam session. I was like, there's something called jam session, and I loved it because personally I love dancing. I enjoy music. I've always enjoyed music, and I've always, you can see my drama fest, all these things. So I was like, wow, this is really good. So I'd go to church in the morning, in the afternoon I'm in jam session. What a conflict, So I was part of this clique of guys who were the guys who attract crowds, So on Monday, we are the ones with the stories. So everybody is with
the cool
us,
kids.
The cool kids. We are the cool kids, And I didn't realize I had such influence. Again, the leadership aspect from a child. I found, again, I was leading a group of people. And they were following everything that I was doing. But it was all about, having fun, especially on Sundays. Would come back. We had fun, but we had nice fun.
I get it.
Because we also had some nice rules that we put in there. Number one, no alcohol. So you drink one Fanta from beginning to end. You are also broke. Number two, you can have a girlfriend, but don't get involved in things. So it was just a show-off girlfriend. End of story. The relationship was very shallow. And it was like a written code amongst us.
So let me ask her. This sounds like you enforced your personality and your values into your clique. And that shows me a different style of leadership. So, there are the leaders who can be, guys, you're very noisy in terms of your outspoken, and then there's the silent leaders, the ones who lead, but from the exterior, people can't tell that they're the ones who are leading. Explain to me what kind of leadership skills you thought you...
It wasn't like I was telling people to do this or that. People just found it easier to follow me and other people, another few people. And, whenever there was something that had to do with fun, Paz was one of the guys we need to have. When you're putting together your team, you must have fires inside there. You must have fires inside there. So I had my moment there, but it started showing up at home, and I started having conflict with my parents.
Why are you on Sunday? Why are you coming home late?
Yeah, why are you coming home late? Where are you coming from? I remember one day.
Why are you smelling like smoke?
Yeah.
Even though you are.
I remember my dad made this observation that, this guy, there's somewhere he goes on Sunday. So he put a
Curfew.
A curfew.
A curfew.
You must be in the house by 7. And I was like, now I've got to go now for my last jam session to say goodbye. And that was a perfect day because my dad had gone to Shanks. When I came back, my dad was at home.
Past 7 or?
Past 7.
Oh, past.
Oh, hey, going to 9. And I met my mom at the door, and she was like, "You're gonna be killed today. Today you're gonna be killed." And it was not like
she was worried.
She was worried for me. She was imagine this small guy against this big guy. This guy is dead. So I was like, man, I'm dead. First of all, I saw his car and I was like, I'm dead.
It's over.
Then mom just finished.
She enforced
today you're gonna be killed.
I sit on the cake.
So I entered the house and my dad was showering. And I sat on the couch. Then my dad came. Then he was like, "What did you agree?" I said, "Dad, you went to shower and I was here." I blatantly lied. My dad was like, "You're making me look like a child." I stood firm. By the time you're going to the shower, I was here. So he was like, he knew the truth, but he knew, let him not pursue it any further. So I could see this conflict at home, and there was a conflict inside me. I had a battle inside me. Now my values, the values that I had grown up with, and what I was doing, I could feel it. My mom never really said anything to me, but she looked at me in the eyes. And every time she looked at me there, I knew there was a gulf. She was asking me so many questions in that one look. And it was really disturbing me. Really disturbing me. So one day I woke up and I said, it's over. It's over. That life is over. When I was in Form 2, late Form 2, I remember going to school and I told my friends, it's over.
What?
And they were like, who? Piers? We'll see you next weekend. We'll see you next weekend. It can't be true. You know what? It was over. It was over.
Done, dusted, sealed.
Done, dusted. Now, I formed a study group.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a 2-minute break. We come and continue with this.